Hey y'all, I'm Anna and welcome back to my channel. Today we are doing our second episode of my fall series and we are making a crock-pot apple butter. I'm so excited because this is going to make my house smell so good. It is nighttime right now. Every time I make this, I do it right before I go to bed, and in the morning it's pretty much ready to go. And so tomorrow morning we will finish it up. So let's go over our ingredients. I have about 6 pounds of apples. I still need to cut up about 5 over here, so I'll do that in just a minute. But altogether it's 6 pounds. I've got 1.5 tablespoons of pumpkin pie spice, half a teaspoon of salt, and 3/4 of a cup each of white sugar and brown sugar. I always use a mixture of apples when I make apple butter. I always use about equal parts of Granny Smith and Gala and Golden Delicious. But my grocery store was out of Golden Delicious the other day, so I'm just using 1/3 Granny Smith and the rest Gala. But feel free to use whatever combination you like. If you choose to use all Granny Smith, you probably want to up the sugar by about half a cup because those are pretty tart. But for me, this is the perfect amount of sugar. So all I'm going to do now is start with the rest of my apples. I'm going to peel them and slice them up, or chop them up, and put them in my crock pot, and then we will add everything else in. Alright, my apples are all cut up. Now I'm going to add in both types of sugar and my pumpkin pie spice and my salt. Now with my clean hands, it's just easy to mix everything together with your hands, and then we'll cover it up and turn it on. Take off my ring first. Alright, I'm all ready to go here. I'm going to cover up my apples and cook this on low for about 8 to 10 hours. It's going to cook all night, and in the middle of the night when I wake up, I'm going to smell this and it's going to smell so good. Better than any candle you'll ever buy. And in the morning I will show you how to mix it all up using my immersion blender, and we will be all finished. Good morning! This has been cooking on low all night long and it smells so good in here. It smells like fall, my favorite smell ever. And you can see that they're still like chunky, but when I mix them with my immersion blender in a second, they're just going to fall apart real fast. So I'm going to do this now on low because it is still hot. I turned it off about 10 minutes ago just to cool a little bit. It's not turned on right now. So after I mix this up with my immersion blender, I'm going to turn it back on high for about an hour just to thicken it up. You can see I'm just pressing the button just for a second each, because if I held my finger down, it would splatter everywhere. So when you do this, be very careful. so my apples are all blended up. It's still quite thin right now, but what I'm gonna do now is turn this on high and put the lid on like this because it will splatter a little bit. And it's gonna cook on high for about an hour just to thicken it up. And after that, we will taste it and I will talk about what you can do with it afterwards. And there you have it. Our apple butter is all finished. It's still really warm. After it cooked for about an hour on high, I turned it off and let it sit there for maybe 30 minutes or so, but it's still really warm and it smells so good. I can't say that enough. And I'm gonna taste a little bit now. So the way that I like to use apple butter, I mainly put it on toast or biscuits, or you can scoop it warm on some vanilla ice cream. That would be so good. But I always make an apple butter pumpkin pie with this, and I will share that recipe with you in a few weeks. When it gets closer to Thanksgiving, it is so good. It's like pumpkin pie times 10. It is so good. So I'm gonna taste a little bit now. It got really thick. See how beautiful that is? And I always give some of this away to my family members. My mom also likes to can this, so probably in a couple of days I'm gonna give her all of this and she can can it for me so that we can give it away as Christmas presents or just use it throughout the year. It's the best apple butter I've ever had. I really hope that you try this recipe. I hope that you love it as much as I do. Please stick around for the rest of our fall series coming up. If you haven't already, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. I read on my little analytics page that about 70% of you all are not subscribed to my channel. So all you have to do is scroll underneath the video and click the red subscribe button. It's totally free, super simple, and it would really help me out a lot. So thank you again for watching, and we will see you soon. Bye.